This is what I'm saying about uh, us race mixing. I am not, biased against other races or anything like that. I just understand what the Most High is saying and how our people are being destroyed. Now look, we're here. It says displeased with the immorality with which the Moabites and Midianites had successfully tempted the Israelites to intermarry and to worship Baal. Phinehas personally executed an Israelite man and a Midianite woman while they were together in the man's tent, running a javelin or a spear through the man and the belly of the woman, bringing to an end the plague sent by Yahuwah to punish the Israelites for sexually intermingling with the Midianites. So it is a thing. The Most High hates intermarriage. He does not like us mixing, especially with the heathens that have nothing to do with our bloodline. Okay, that's just the reality. It's not. I mean, remember that we were hated for our laws. We were the ones that were hated. They sent a decree over all the lands, over the whole earth to make. I mean, because that the laws of the Israelites was opposite of everyone else's, and they hated us for that, and they still do. This is the reason why we have sin and curses and calamity upon our people, is because we keep on intermingling, dealing, entwining, embracing, etc., the heathen, the Gentile, the other people without order. Okay, there is an order to that we're supposed to deal with the Gentile with. We're not supposed to just take whatever they say and run with it, because look, as you can see, they're prospering and we are completely destroyed, depleting every generation. We are depleting because we keep on dying for this doctrine of the world, dying for this doctrine of the Gentile. Let's see. Let's go a little deeper on what was actually taking place during this setting. What we were actually dealing with, the same things that we're dealing with today. These Negroes that are pushing this 12 tribes chart, Hispanics, Native Americans, and all this other stuff is Hebrews is trying to mix Mongoloids and Eurasians with Negroes. These Negroes have the spirit of stepping. They have the spirit of rebellion. These are Masons, occult members. The ones who take hold of the other nations to come up in this time, in this world, in this life. Those who have the seed of their fathers from back in the day that did this. This is the same. It's the same old, same old. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that have joined themselves unto the Baal, the Baal of Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, while they were weeping at the door of the tent of meeting. You see, and when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from the midst of the congregation and took a spear in his hand, basically, and he went after the man of Israel into the chamber and thrust both of them through the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plagues was stayed from the children of Israel. So he got up with a zeal, like, man, you got the nerve to bring, man, when we going through all this and you know what's going on, you know what the reason, you got the nerve. So he got up with the zeal, like, man, I'm finna snipe, man, I'm finna get both of y'all out the way. You know what I'm saying? That's because, why? Because this is really what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? This is the reality. This is the truth of our people. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be willing to really take drastic measures. You know what I'm saying? For these drastic lows that we have failed, for the sake of our people and our women, our children, for the sake of the love of our God. I ain't saying go out there and start sniping or whatever, because it's a different time, it's a different situation. But it's not time for all that right now. The Most High is going to deal with a lot of that and instruct us on a lot of that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of these times, I'm just trying to give an understanding of where our plagues and our sins and our deterioration is coming from. This is where it's coming from. It's coming from dealing with the heathen. This is the reason why they keep on trying to influence us to be Hispanics, be with Mexicans, and all that, while they are running over us, while they are literally devouring us. They are consuming us. We are becoming nothing. We are literally like we are being pushed out our ghettos, pushed out our neighborhoods. You can't find black people in sight where it was a black populated community, etc. You can't even find them nowhere, etc. Because why? Because this is a invasion. This is a consumption of the children of the Most High by the heathens. But guess what? There's another that we can go to immediately. Now back to the point where our people are hated because our laws. Okay, we are hated because the heathens genuinely hate us because if we ever say, hey, we can't give our daughters to you, we can't give our sons to you. Oh, come on, everybody wants our blood. Everybody wants. It's a narcissistic way they are showing you. But yes, the narcissist knows that you are full of light. They know that you are worthy of of everything they not worthy of. They know that you are different. They know that you are rare or this, that, and the third. But they're gonna tell you, nah, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're none of this. You're none of that. And then they're gonna love you from their love bombing you from the beginning. And then they're gonna show you their true colors, like these heathens have been doing over and over and over, just like a narcissist, a parasite. Okay, but the thing is, this is what I'm saying. This is like where it says in Esther. Right here it says, but when I asked my counselors how this might be accomplished, one that excelled the rest in wisdom and fidelity, and was second after the king, a man by name, told me that there was a people scattered through the whole world, which used new laws and acted against the customs of all nations. Well, you know what? I'm gonna read from the scripture, the Apocrypha, because it says, declared unto us that in all nations a certain people, a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations, and continually despised the commandments of kings, so as the uniting of our kingdoms, honorably intended by us, cannot go forward. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, deferring in the strange manner of their laws, and evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can, that our kingdom may not be firmly established. This is what the heathens they are doing to make sure that our kingdom is not firmly established. They are implementing certain laws, certain ways, certain statutes, certain policies in order to keep you dwindled, to keep emptying you out. This is how. This is what it is at 14. 15, it says, and now, O Yahuwah, the Elohim and King, spare thy people, for their eyes are upon us to bring us to naught. Yeah, they desire to destroy the inheritance that have been thine from the beginning. That's what the heathens, the Gentiles, just desire to do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a spirit in their a zeal to want to be you, or to want to to blend you out and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? To hinder you, etc. To blend out your little children. They would admire your little Negro children instead of wanting to see them blend out. It says, hear my prayer. It says, despise not the portion which thou hast delivered out of Egypt for thine own self. For thy own self, hear my prayer and be merciful unto thine inheritance. We are his inheritance. Turn our sorrow into joy that we may live. O Father Yahuwah, and praise thy name, and destroy the mouths of them that praise, the mouths of them, and destroy not the mouths of them that praise thee. Now watch this, where it says, I'm going to read it again. And abhor the bed of the uncircumcised and of all the heathen. Thou knowest all things, O Yahuwah, knowest that I hate the glory of the unrighteous, and abhor the bed of the uncircumcised, and of all the heathen. It's not about looks for her. It ain't about money. It ain't about none of that. It's about, man, the bloodline destiny of her people, an inheritance of her fathers. Go into more of the reality of our situation concerning the heathen and the Gentile. On Tobit 4:12, beware, my son, of every kind of sexual immorality. First of all, marry a woman from among the descendants of your ancestors. Do not marry a foreign woman. This is what it says, young. And this is the new revised standard version of update edition, okay? Updated edition, okay? This is what they could have had. They had all the time it took for them to change it. But they got to keep certain things in, okay? Because it's a part of the rules. Certain things got to be in there. It's just all about if you seek the Most High. If you go and you seeking the truth, you're going to see it. Clear as day. Even common sense shows you, man, you shouldn't be doing it. Especially concerned because of what happened to our people and what happening to our people and how people treat us and what situation we're in when our children are destroyed and broken and all that. All your obligation as a black man, especially a black man, is to your people, the healing of your people. As long as your people are broken, that's your obligation. As long as your people are destroyed and dismantled in the way that they are, that's your obligation. That's what you're supposed to be on. You ain't supposed to be on nothing that has to do with the favoring of the world and the other nations. Okay? Here it says this, and I'm going to read it from the KJV, the Apocrypha. It says here, beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, That's how it works for us. Though that is the way we survive. That is the way our destiny unfolds, is by the law, statutes, commandments, the wisdoms and the knowledges and the understanding of the Most High, of the heritage of our fathers. That's how we get through life. Okay? And it says here, remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children. And their seed shall inherit the land. Their seed shall inherit the land, not nobody else's seed. And your children shall be blessed. Your children, not nobody else's. And were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. When you're blessed in your children, that means your children look like your likeliness. They have they inherited what your fathers look like, what your forefathers look like, what they were like, their likeliness, their spirit, their zeal. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's just not the outer world; it's the inner world, the inner self. I'm saying that we are inherited. The things that make us peculiar, rare, set apart. You know what I'm saying? That negroid zeal that everybody just copies and envies. See what I'm saying? The little salt that everybody put on their life. The light that everybody uses to get through life. That's us. It says, and were blessed of their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Now, therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy people, and despise not in thy heart your people. Love your brother, and don't despise your people in not taking a wife of them. This is clear as day. This is the reason why you have agents out here right now. This is why we are preyed on, man. We are targeted. Okay, this is that when you're in spirit, you're inspired. Okay, the other nations are inspired by the spirit of the air, the spirit of the world, the spirit that is against the Most High. It's against your way. Okay, this is even though they may mean well, this is their inspiration. It's opposite and contrary from you. Let me show you why they are trying to take your, why they're trying to mix you out and all that stuff, because they're trying to take your lot. You know what I'm saying? There was two lots, made, for one for the Gentile and one for the chosen people, and from which the people from whence they were chosen. But it says here in the book of Esther, it says in chapter 1, part of the 10th chapter after the part of the 10th chapter. This is the rest of the chapters of the book of Esther, and I'm reading out of the Apocrypha. It says, and this is at 7, and the two. It says a little fountain became a river. It says, and the two dragons are I and Ammon, and the nations were those that were assembled to destroy. It says, a little fountain became a river, and there was light, and the sun, and much water. This river is Esther, whom the king married and made queen. And the two dragons are I and Ammon. And the nations were those that were assembled to destroy the name of the Jews. Okay, the nations were assembled to destroy the name of the Jews. This is still in effect today. Nothing new under the sun. Okay, let's continue. It says, and my nation is this Israel. Okay, so yes, the Jews are the nation of Israel, which cried to the Most High and were saved. Okay, that's what we have to do, is cry to the Most High and turn from the heathen. This is what we were always battling, was the heathen. Always the heathen getting in our mix, always trying to influence us, always trying to direct us, always trying to cultivate us in a certain manner, y'all say, etc., trying to make us something for them, and not allow and now let us be for the what we were made to be for the Most High. It says in the Most High, to the Most High, and were saved. For the Most High hath saved his people, and the Most High hath delivered us from all those evils. And the Most High hath wrought signs and great wonders, which have not been done among the Gentiles. Therefore hath he made two lots, one for the people of the Most High, and another for all the Gentiles. You see? They want your lot. They want to blend in with your lot. They want their world not to ever stop. And they want it to just only get better. While we was suffering, while we was going through all this turmoil and all this tribulation, creating, having, being exploited, being depleted, being taken, being graped, the whole of it. It says, and losing our children, our fathers, our mothers, before the whole world. We don't have a place in this world, but the heathen does. All the Gentiles who work together with each other, they hire each other. They work together side by side. You know what I'm saying? They have their own neighborhoods that they keep on continuing to make out of the black neighborhoods. Okay, they go to the black neighborhood. All the immigrants go to the black neighborhoods and they start creating. They start building off the energy of the black people. You see what I'm saying? And the black people end up, and then they become a thing of the past. You know what I'm saying? They disappear. Then they get pushed out, and nobody says anything about nothing. It's crazy to see to see a whole neighborhood, a whole historical, historically black, and just it becomes a whole nother genre of people, just a whole nother people that's trying to claim to be you, etc., who got all the keys to the city and everything, but come on, man, get the heck out of here. But it says here, it says, therefore hath he made two lots, one for the people of the Most High and another for all the Gentiles, and these two lots came at the hour and time and day of judgment before the Most High among all nations. You see, So that's what they're trying to blend in with. They're trying to get in our lot. They're trying to take and steal and rob and kill, you know what I'm saying, etc. So the Most High remembered his people and justified his inheritance. The Most High remembered his people and justified his inheritance. This is what's going to happen, you know, for the overall. It's us against the world. And it says, I'm going to skip to 11, chapter 11, verse 5. It says, behold, a noise of a tumult with thunder and earthquakes and uproar in the land. And behold, two great dragons came forth ready to fight. And their cry was great. And at their cry, all nations were prepared to battle, that they might fight against the righteous people. You see that? This is everything. This done happened already, man, and this is finna happen again. Ain't nothing new under the sun. This is happening right now. All the nations is you against the world, and at look.